The name's Bond. James Bond.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service. It's a very unique title in the 007 series. Some die-hard fans consider it to be the best film in the series. Obviously, I consider it to be one of the best, as it has made it to my top 5. Sean Connery had retired from the role for the time being after doing 5 007 films. George Lazenby would be the man who would replace him, though Lazenby would don the tux for one film only. It marks the only time in history that an actor has played Bond only once in the official films. His one-time only appearance as Bond was definitely a special one. He may not be the strongest actor when it comes to being 007, but he had the right amount of charm for the role. On Her Majesty's Secret Service is quite possibly the most emotionally charged film in the entire franchise. To put it exactly, it was the most tragic of the entire series. On Her Majesty's Secret Service was made with the intent to be a more realistic Bond, which dove deeper into the character than we had ever seen before. It follows more closely to Ian Fleming's vision of the character. Bond's feud with Blofeld continued on, and he fell in love with the daughter of a crime syndicate boss, which leads to the most important plotline in the film. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending for those of you watching who have not seen the film. Dame Diana Rigg plays Bond's love interest, and that gets major approval from me. I am a huge Diana Rigg fan because she played in one of my favorite cult TV shows, The Avengers. Also, Joanna Lumley, who played in the 1970s New Avengers series, portrayed one of Blofeld's Angels of Death. The Avengers actually has many ties to 007, but that's a story for another day. Telly Savalas played Bond's nemesis Blofeld. Yes, the man who played Kojak. I think he did a great job in the role and adds to why this is such a unique entry in the series. This movie had a lot of connections to things outside of Bond that I like, and that's one of the reasons it is unique to me. I actually read the Ian Fleming novel, and I was pleased with the similarities between the movie and novel. I give On Her Majesty's Secret Service a high recommendation. Lazenby was actually offered a 7-picture deal, but turned it down because he felt he could not fill the shoes of Sean Connery. After seeing this movie, I can't help but wonder, what would it have been like if Sean Connery had starred in it? Stay tuned as we'll take a look at what I chose as number 3 in my top 5 favorite James Bond films.